good afternoon, good evening, guys, and welcome to another video diving trading. My name is Daniel, and today, guys, here we're doing an update. I done the original first video the other day on the 16th, but now we're doing the update because there's a lot happened since then of ClickStream. Okay, so ClickStream is a company that I've covered in, I've done a review on. If you haven't seen that, you want to make sure you want to see that first. We're doing an update, simply to look at the price, how much has the price moved up ever since I've published that video, and also comment a little bit and give a little bit of discussion. We're going to see the part of the discussions on a live Instagram chat that they actually had yesterday. Okay, so we'll see a little bit more information to get a little bit more of a feel for the company. Okay, so before we do that, let's have a look at the price. As I said, this was the day I launched my video. I bought in at 19 cents, and as you can see here, the next day it just went flying. Okay, we actually went up to the 60 cents mark at one point, giving us over 120% gains at that time, and now it's dropped down and we're in a consolidation area here between the 44% mark and the 50-cent mark. So that's all sort of around about the area at the moment. So we're actually up around about 85% on gains at the moment. Question before we actually go into it, a lot of people are asking me, is it still worth a buy? Personally, from my point of view, I'm going to be honest with you. On a penny stock, most of you will know that I always, when I get a big rise like this, especially to 100% or over 100%, I take my capital off the table, what I've invested, my initial investment, so I'm covered. This company, I haven't done that. Okay, I don't want to lose shares, and I see a value for this company in the long term. We will have a lot of noise, and no doubt there will be a lot of ups and downs. However, I'm not exposing a lot of my portfolio, not exposing a lot of my investment in this company. Okay, so I've put a little bit of money into this company. Again, it depends on your risk tolerance. You don't want to be putting all your money in a company like this because it's very, very risky. But I see it in the long term as being a very good investment. I expressed my excitement on the last video, and I'm holding this for the long term. Between now and the next PR, we'll probably see a lot of ups and downs, and there'll still be a lot of news. It's just come out, so it's new. So the word is getting around. The word is getting around. The question is it still worth a buy? Yes, on the long term, yes. If you can't handle it on the short term, if you want a short term trader, you do short term trades or investments, forget about it because you could be risking a lot. I'm risking for the long term. So that's a little bit about the price. I still think it's recommendable at these prices. In fact, based on the market cap at the moment, I think it's actually undervalued at the moment. Just to give you an idea, I think that's my personal opinion. A lot of people disagree with that. But yeah, so let's go and have a look. Yesterday, as I mentioned, yesterday they done a live talk. These two guys here on the screen. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in and have a little bit of a feel about the company, what they've been talking about, to see where they're going, what the app's about. Really ugly compared to these two guys. So you see three of us on the screen, and these guys just make me look so ugly. So there'll be a lot of girls out there who'll be liking this video. So let's have a look to see what they, who they are, and what they have to say.
Let's do it. Let's get into intros. Isaac, you want to go first? Intro yourself.
Sure. My name is Isaac Nakash. I'm the CMO of Nebula Software Corp, the maker of the HeyPal app. And my background is in social media. I launched my YouTube channel when I was 16 years old, along with my girlfriend at the time. And we did about 2 billion views in 3 years. And I left YouTube because my passion truly relies in consumer technology and consumer apps. And that's why we're here today. And it's always been one of my dreams to actually own a social media platform. And I think this is fulfilling my childhood dream right now. So it's going to be very exciting. We're getting some amazing preliminary results. And we're very excited to tell you about the results from the soft launch.
So that's a little bit about this guy. So he's a social media guy. He knows his social media. He's in the HeyPal part of the business. And then we have Christian, who introduced himself to the top. and give you a little bit more information as well.
Yeah, they're very exciting. My name is Tristan Chaudhry. I
Tristan,
am
sorry.
the CTO on HeyPal, and my background consists of software development. I'm a full stack developer. I've been in technology since I was making websites since I've been 12. I've been making apps. I was one of the first Litecoin miners. I have that in my bio. I'm really big in crypto. But like Isaac, it's always been a dream of mine to build something that really affects billions of people around the world. Build an app that makes a difference. And yeah, we had a great success so far with the soft launch. We want to tell you all about it. And Isaac is handling all of the marketing. I'm handling all the tech. Let's get into our roles specifically. So Isaac, tell us what specifically in the soft launch, what your day-to-day roles look like in job.
So they're talking about traffic now. One of the questions was they're testing the market at the moment, so they want to actually see if they can grow this market out. So one of the questions is this scalable? They have 50,000 users on here, so they want to see if they can go big. So this was the question that was asked, so he's going to answer it now.
Incoming users this early on, but it's great because we built this to be able to scale. Literally picture it that all the work was done in the beginning to the point where as our user count grows, we drag a slider. We say, okay, we need X amount more server power. It's scalable. We're using Amazon Web Services for all of our storage. We're using MongoDB Atlas for our databases. These are all cutting edge, top tier. We have some of the best technology. We invested very heavily into the technology because the number one priority of us is to make sure that this thing can last and last at scale.
So good, that's promising. So we're going to have a talk about the soft launch. What they're doing is they're testing the market at the moment. I think that's their main aim at the moment. So they're trying to do as much PR as they can. So they started trying to get information out there, get a feel of the market, and then see what they can, how they can go from there. So I don't think they want to come out with it all in one go, and it all turns out bad. They really have to make sure that they time it and everything works well. Otherwise, it could actually go quite pear-shaped. So let's talk about. They're going to talk a little bit about the soft launch, which was which happened just the other day.
What you've been doing with the soft launch?
Sure. So as you guys saw on Tuesday's press release, we exceeded 50,000 on the platform in literally 1 week's time. This is, I'm speechless that we were able to do that so quickly. And what it's really showing us is, in our marketing campaign, that we're able to attach and kind of like make users coexist like a magnet almost, and just boom, they just start picking up that chat and they just start chatting, and it just works. And but if we hit 50,000, we're much greater than that right now in terms of messaging count. You'll see that in the next PR article.
So numbers are increasing. So this is a good sign. I mean, 50,000, more than 50,000 in the first week is already good enough. So now the numbers are increasing. So we'll see that on the. Hopefully, this will be really exciting to see that on the next PR. So it's a clever move. He in fact confirms it here. He talks about growth. So their objective is not to grow it as quick as they can, because obviously they want this to be stable as possible. So let's see what he has to say here.
Yeah, let's talk about the. So I want to stress that our priority right now is not growth. At the moment, at the current moment, it's not growth, even though that seems to be happening very quickly. Our main goal for this soft launch, as we told everyone, was to have a very strong foundation. The whole reason we did a soft launch was because we want to launch and we want to see what people think. We want to take feedback. We want to work out any kinks, any bugs. Before we bring it to America, before we bring it to China, before we bring it to these huge markets, we want to make sure we have a good product and we want to fix it on a smaller scale. It makes sense. You test it. It's like a test run. It's called a soft launch. But what seems to be happening.
So guys, a soft launch is just basically like a beta version, right? It's a beta version of testing the app, like you just mentioned there. This is not in the States and this is not in China. Okay, so just think of all the smaller, what we say, the smaller countries, other smaller countries, and the levels they're at the moment. So when it does go out to China and the States and the UK, for example, it'll be well defined the application by that time, so it'll be really, really, really big. So they're doing fine tuning. That's what they're doing essentially at the moment. So their vision of this application, this HeyPow application, is to be the Facebook of international languages, right? This is how they're looking at it. This is how they see it, and yeah. So he wants to stress another point. And I think this is actually quite worth watching. So let's listen to what he has to say.
You know?
Yeah, I think it's a great way to meet new friends, maybe your future spouse. Who knows, right? I mean, we live in a globalized world where everything's connected, and this could be the final bridge to connecting people from across the world together.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting. But I really want to stress this. This is very important. I want to stress that we have simply just we have not scratched the surface whatsoever with the soft launch. We have not even started. We're not even at a quarter of 1% of where we're going to be and the growth we're going to be having. I really want to stress that. And I also want to stress that internally as a company, we actually believe 100% that HeyPal will be the Facebook of language learning. That's honestly the best way I can put it. We all believe it. We believe this is the Facebook of language learning. That's what we built here. And people come in, they build their profiles. Tristan, I don't know if you've been looking at people's profiles, but they're filling out their bio. They're putting a lot of information in their bio. They're posting a lot. The post engagement is actually absolutely absurd.
So there were questions also. Remember, this was a live chat, so there were questions on the trading 212. It looks like there's been some problems trading 212. When I purchased the shares in this company, I didn't have any problems, but it seemed that there was a problem yesterday, and it's been fixed. And then someone went on to ask about languages. Okay, so looking worldwide, how many languages are they going to be able to cater for on this Hey app?
Let's see. Yeah, I mean, look, most of the questions we already answered that I'm seeing here.
To answer about major languages, we're going to be having every single major language on the platform. Currently, for the purpose of the beta soft launch, we have 31 languages, I believe. One of them is Latin, actually. That's pretty cool. But we're going to be having every single major language on the planet. Like, it should cover 99.5% of the population.
Okay, so more good news. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that as a bit of an update on the company. Let's keep an eye out for this company. Let's keep a track of it. Like I said, it's good. It's starting off well. It's promising. It's exciting. But we always have to be cautious and defend our position and make sure that everything goes according to plan. Okay, so the product is nice. It's ideal, but we just need to make sure we keep an eye so we can have a look on their web page, for example, on the Twitter account, see what the progress is. So guys, that's a little bit on this company, and I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, smash that like button. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Appreciate that. That helps my channel to grow. And also, don't forget, guys, we have a Discord group that lots of people can join for free in our community, where we talk about everything from penny stocks to blue chip stocks to dividends, everything, you name it. So the link is in the description down below. Don't forget to join us. Okay, guys, speak to you soon. Have a great weekend.